Hey guys, today we're going to again continue working on molar mass, but this time we're going to go from the number of moles to the mass. Okay, so the number of moles to the mass in grams. This is practice number 4, problem number 1. So we go ahead and always continue to read the problem. The problem says how many grams are there in 2.3 moles of silver. So I'm always going to go ahead and put in what we need to put in for significant figures. Since we're doing a math problem here, we do have to know the number of significant figures. In this case, we looked at this right here. The only question we have is we know that there's 2 there, but what about this 0? That 0 is significant because it's trailing the number, not just trailing the decimal, but trailing the number. So we go back up here and we know that we need to be in 3 sig figs. Okay, so again, I like to make that a little bit bold, and we're going to highlight that in something that we can see later. We might even want to change the color of it. So we're going to go back over here to this question right here, and one of the things is we have to figure out when we go from moles to grams, we have to have the molar mass of silver. So it's just silver, so really if I look at the periodic table, and I pull up the periodic table, I find silver. Silver is right here. I know that 1 mole of silver weighs 108 grams. As long as it's not diatomic, whatever the atomic weight is that's how many 1 mole. For elements. For compounds, we have to calculate all the different elements that are involved. So we'll go back to silver. So we know that silver is Ag, and we also know that it is 108 grams. So we're going to start off with what we have, 3.02 there. That's going to be moles of silver, which is Ag. Now again, we're going to put our handy dandy times in a line. Now again, where we put on top or bottom? Well, we're going to go to the bottom first. Now this one's just easier. So we know that our relationship or our conversion factor is 1 mole of silver. Well, 1 mole of silver weighs how much? Again, if we go back to the periodic table, we can see 1 mole of silver weighs 108 grams. So we're going to go ahead and up here, we are going to put down 108 grams of silver. Again, we can type that over that. Now that I have that in there, I know that I can make that equal something, but I don't want to put moles of silver in there, so I have to get rid of it. So whatever I have on top and bottom, so in this case, I can get rid of this by just striking through it. And since this is the same but on bottom, we're going to strike through that also. Now I'm left with grams of silver. Now the question says how many grams? Well, there we go. So we know that we're on the right boat. So I actually over here, I can put grams of Ag. Now I just have to calculate it out. So we're going to go multiply when we do conversion factors or dimensional analysis. We multiply by the top and divide by the bottom. So we're going to take on our calculator right over here. We're back to the calculator. We're going to take 2.30 and we're going to multiply that by 108. And then we're going to divide by 1. I don't have to divide by 1. And that's going to equal 248.4. So we're going to put that in there. 248.4 grams. Okay, but we only need it in 3 significant figures. So we put our line right here. And this 4 says we drop it off, if we remember the rules. So we're just going to get rid of that. And so 248 grams of silver is our final answer. So we're just going to go ahead and highlight that. And voila, we're done. That one was pretty simple. It was just an element. The rest of them are about compounds, so we have to figure out the molar mass of each one of those compounds. So, as always, go Mohawks. Nelson out.